That's funny. I'm a professional. All right, doing a little building here. Boys, men and women. Can't say boys and girls anymore because I want to make sure that only adults are watching. Anyway, hey, I'm just going to do a quick 30-minute build here. Fritz Curtis is live streaming right now, and so is Al Red Sox fan. So it's a live stream night at the moment. I would have hopped on with one of those guys, but they're kind of busy doing real stuff here. So I'll just stick with this and get this done. I need to go to bed, but I also was like, so go watch Al Red Sox fan. He's doing some Glory Days boxing. Paint along with Fritz. He's doing a live painting. That's the only live stuff happening right now. And I'm just trying to get myself on there so I can see what I'm doing. It's a lot of chitty chatting here. Original Grognard, thumbs up, man. Oh, gee. This is weird. Usually it pops up here that I can see myself here, but it's not coming up. So that kind of concerns me just a bit. That's weird. Home. My channel. Sorry, everybody. I just usually I can see my videos up here quick. There it is. Here we go.
Graziano continues to pursue John the Beast Mugambi.
Well, that's
one
weird.
On the inside for Graziano,
so now I can hear.
For
why is Al Red Sox fan playing in my video? That's hilarious. Well, this is an exciting video of me going here. Let me go to this Facebook page here real quick. And sorry, everybody. This is pretty exciting. That's the main reason I hope that Bernie Sanders wins the election next year, so that I can see Larry David imitate him. He's funny. Anyway, sorry, everybody. Just trying to get what's going on here with the YouTubes here. Thanks. An adult building. Here I go. Now I got it. See me tapping on the phone. Pretty exciting. There's original Grognard. Okay, here we go. So anyway, you're going to continue working on this building here. Okay, what's next? So I should also put a headset on. And if I did invite a special guest on here if he's able to make it. All right, so blah, blah, blah. I did that. That's glued on. I'll also go ahead and glue this on here. Pardon me. I hope I'm off screen enough that you don't have to see that. That's sorry, I gotta take off this sweatshirt. There we go. Short sleeves. I decided these bad boys need a little bit of sanding. I also glued the a little bit of sanding to make them just fit right and all that. With these little kind of nibs when you cut them out from the sprue, for lack of a better word. Okay, so I sanded down these already. I'm gonna make sure I get these up right here. So that'll be the top. That's that side. So I'll go there like that. Like that. Okay, perfect. So there, and there. Hey, Devin, I sent you a link on Facebook Messenger if you're interested in just joining, chatting with me live, or you can just let me stumble here by myself. I probably won't get that many viewers tonight because everyone's going to be watching the Fritz. And well, first of all, it's late on a Monday night. school night, as it were. And I do have to go to work tomorrow, but I'm trying just to get this step done. I'm like, I got to get in there and do a little bit. I got this book I'm reading about Ike and how it relates to business. And I'm like, I just got to read a little bit of that today. And I did that. And I got to do a little bit of this. In 30 minutes, just like 30 minutes a day, man. It's like Rocky and many others, but Rocky's kind of inspired me. He's, 30 minutes a day painting. 30 minutes a day clipping counters, 30 minutes a day reading rules, taking a turn at a game, whatever. Oh, man. All right, Devin will not be joining. He is busy playing a game, an actual game with a face-to-face opponent. Well, virtual face-to-face opponent. Devin, how could you? So I can't wait to get on a chat with a bunch of people because Pete Bacchus over on the Fritz Wargaming, he's doing some painting, asked a great question. Pete Bacchus from Down Under asked the question, when is it that Wargaming, how did he phrase that? When did Wargaming become an important part of your life? Go there. That's going to go down like that. When did wargaming become an important part of your life? And I said about 10 years ago. I would say I was with Combat Commander Chad Jensen. May he rest in peace. Kai, may. Oh, shoot. And it's when I realized that I could play these games. Because there before, it's like I'd been talking about trying out Combat Commander. Trying Squad Leader years before. I thought they were too hard. And then I realized, well, with Combat Commander, I'm like, I can figure it out. With all the help on BGG, Chad Jensen, videos. I didn't have that many videos at the time. Back in my day, we didn't have videos teach us how to play. Anyway, I just realized I could play them, and then that just opened a whole new world. I would say also learning ASL from Jim Burris was a big thing. I just didn't play it that often because I just realized it was too much for me. But meeting Jim and all the guys that played ASL locally here, very cool. But I would say I start with Combat Commander. For board gaming. Miniature gaming, when I saw Jay, a friend of mine, painting Space Hulk. He had painted miniatures before, Warhammer, I believe. But watching him paint that and kind of going like, oh, wait a minute. If you just follow the directions, it's not that hard. And it's all about like wetting your paints, thinning them out a little bit. Just a little bit at a time. I feel like there should be a better way of doing this. Sorry, kind of concentrating here, trying to talk. Let me just get this done here. Thinning out your paints a little bit at a time, following directions. Just paint by numbers, essentially. That's how you start. It's okay. And if you want to get really good, you can, or whatever. Or maybe someday you save enough money and you pay someone like Alan Fritz to do it. And British Legion, which I'm very fortunate to be able to have done that. So that's cool. It's funny when I sit here and I hold it and I hold them really tight. I'm like, oh man, I could just make this seal so much better with some rubber bands or something. So that's when it, and then so seeing him painting it, finding Jerry and the local crew who play Command Decision at a local con. I'm not even sure why I went to a local con, but I did, and anyway, seeing Jerry and a bunch of his friends, going to Jerry's house, big spread, took food, and just met a bunch of great guys playing this really cool game all day long. It's a miniature game that, and I did with that game like I do with so many games. I'm like, oh, I gotta buy it, so I bought it. It's a cool game. It's just not a small game. The games are big typically. But so that's when I got hooked on miniature gaming. Seeing Jay paint those, seeing that I could paint them myself, and then also meeting those guys and seeing the table and what's possible through a life of collecting. And I'm like 20 years, 30 years shy with Jerry. Where's Jerry? Where Jerry's at on that? So that's when I got hooked on it, when it became an important part of my life. Devin, if you're able to listen, maybe you could ask your friend. Well, maybe your friend doesn't play war games that you're playing Civ against, but when did wargaming become a part of your life? Like more than just like, oh, that's fun, but it became like, hey, this is a part of my life. I would say videos have also helped that, because this is a part of the hobby that I really enjoy, because I really like videos. I like the format. So it bums me out if the whole YouTube thing is all a big cluster. Well, there's a cluster, but if it gets all... I got way too much glue here. It bummed me out because it is a fun part of it, but the videos have helped because it's broadened my audience, and that started with Gun Barrel and British Legion and me joking around with those guys, and kind of doing these like little response videos with each other, and then just kind of slowly meeting all these other people. You know, to the point that I meet Rocky's War Room, who's doing a chat. I'm like, where do you live? Dad, like 20 minutes from me. We end up going to his house and playing games there and being on his chat regularly. Even though I'd say I'm out of the league and most of those guys in there, because they're pretty good painters and stuff. They allow little old me in. Where is my paper towel? So you can hopefully see the progress I'm making there. But it is a quiet night tonight. Hey, Bacchus, you're over here. Is Curtis done? Hey, Bacchus, that's hilarious, man. Oh, P. Bacchus, you got off of Facebook, didn't you? I'd send you the link. You can get on here and chitty chat. That's hilarious. Yeah, he is kind of like a little wargaming Jesus. Maybe a wargaming Jesus. In Gun Barrel. Well, P. Bacchus, you were an influence too. You were going before I was. I don't know if you were going before I was on the videos, but you're definitely doing miniature gaming before I was. So I jumped on like 8 years ago and did a video, unboxing video of White Star Rising, a board game, and man, it got me. It's one of my first videos and got me like 4,000 views because Mark Walker shared it with people. Do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Glue's still wet. Whoopsie doodles. Oh, hi. Pew, pew. Yeah. So this is what we started using, Paul. Paul, this is what we started using when YouTube took away their, I can't remember that, Hangouts. So before I could just go Hangout and, like, you know, email you the Hangout thing and you could come join me. But now they stopped doing that, and there's some, you have to use OBS software, you know, original broadcasting software or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not going to mess with that. This is a fun part of the hobby for me, but I'm not going to do it. Man, this painting is terrible on this. Looks good on that screen. Oh, well, there we go. Looks okay there if it's blurry. Forget it. Anyway, so StreamYard is just a free way of doing it. It's free for now. I can see them stop making it. It can be not free. That's why me speak English well. I can see it not being free at some point, but anywho, it but it works, and I can have up to 6 people on here if I wanted. So I can invite you and Devin, and we could just chat away. So if you want to give me, I thought we've exchanged emails. I could send you the link. It'd be fun to have you chat on here for a second. But it's what Rocky started using. A lot of those people. I think Rocky paid for it. The cool thing is you can stream on multiple services and stuff. So I could go live on Facebook as well, and others. Original Grognard said, I was a geek when I was younger. Pretty much when I was introduced was when they took over my life, 6th grade. I guess it was. Yeah, I tend to obsess on things. That's all right, man. Don't we all? I mean, this group definitely does. Yep, I'm live now. I'm adult building buildings and building. Oh, good. I sent a package to England, a package that was 1, and hey, Paul, I'm sending you a link via an email that you and I exchanged. Let's see, we did this exchange July 16th this year. Oh, that's interesting. You just click on that and you can come on if you want. If you don't want to, no problem. Anyway, so I sent this package. I gave away a copy of Blitzkrieg Commander that, because I helped read some of the rules for Blitzkrieg Commander, they sent me a set. So I gave away 2 sets on my channel, on my Facebook channel. Not my Facebook, the Blitzkrieg Commander group. Come on, just a little bit more. Nice tight fit. Am I doing this right? Make sure I'm not forgetting a step here. Okay. So do I want to put certain sides on here first? Glue the sidewall panels to the end walls. Sidewall panels. So it's saying do the sidewalls first. Oh yeah, I could open this door. I thought about doing that. No. It's not an app. You can't use it on your phone. Well, I mean, you can use it on your phone. It doesn't work well though. They don't really have an app yet, as far as I know. I really hope they get one. But you just get a link and you go to a website. So like that link I sent you, you would just click on it and go through, and then you kind of dump into the studio here. You know, I created an account, but the thing is, so like to start this, I go onto the website. It says I give them a new login code every time I go in. So I go in there. I don't even have to remember a password, which you don't know how thankful I am about that. And they email me a code. Well, these are tight. Like a toiger. Tell you what, guys, man. So they had a Black Friday sale. But my budget is extended and out. Well, it's not extended, it's out. Because I'm going to owe Curtis some money for the painting he's doing. And what I do is every week, I give myself an allowance. I do it virtually. I actually should start doing it cash to make sure I'm honest. Well, and also it kind of holds it out, you know. Feels even less bad doing it. I tell you what, man, it is so liberating to do it. I figured out some amount to take out, essentially kind of give myself out of a percentage of my pay, right? And I take that out every week and put it in my little virtual bank account. And it's so liberating to have the money saved, and when I sell something, I keep that money there for that. And now, again, I'm very fortunate to be able to do that, right? I have a little bit of that money to do that, but it just helps so much. I just don't feel guilty buying like $100 game if it comes up, if I've saved it. You know, they came up, especially board game, well, miniature games. So it's just a nice feeling to do that. Anywho, my point is, my budget's out. I don't have any money right now in my bank account, so to speak, in my hobby bank account. So I can't buy any more Sarissa, even though I really want to, because they are having a nice sale. And there's another row of buildings. I bought the residential terrace. Oh, hold on here. Hold on, everybody. Paul, are you there? I have you muted, or did you mute yourself? No, you've muted yourself. Okay, well, if you want to chat up here, it's just me. I'll be gentle. Yeah, so I should have painted this white as well, but I'm glad I didn't, because the white did not go out well. So anyway, my point. Oh, otherwise I would have bought some more Sarissa. Oh, I should put Sarissa on my list, my Christmas list. Oh, I didn't sand on the bottom of that. All right. So, Paul, can I hear you? No, I cannot. I wonder why. So I've muted you. I've unmuted you. I wonder why I cannot hear you. Let's see if I can hear you on YouTube here. If you're talking. If anything, it's a good experiment. Mic does not seem to be working. Oh, man. No. So anyway, it's pretty cool, Paul. I can like do that, or I can like go, I think I just go full screen, make you small. I don't know. I think you can, so you can go to your cam mic little gear thing and choose like audio. Like I'm using my webcam here and it shows that it's working. If you're having issues, try restarting your browser. That's one thing it says to do if you want. I appreciate you trying. I mean, I hope you make it on. It'd be cool. Just go for a few more minutes here, but that'd be awesome. Have a little company. Anywho, these Sarissa buildings are awesome. And I got to get better at painting white on MDF. Now, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea now that I've seen that happen. If I do want to paint white or lighter colors, well, a couple things. You can prime them. Just use a regular spray primer. It's hard to find the good times here. I know it's St. Louis, it's not Florida, but it's hard to find good times to spray here because it's humid and then it's cold and then it's kinds of excuses I have here. All right, so anyway, these Sarissa buildings are awesome. I bought these. They're not paying me. There's no endorsement here. It's just me. Now that seems weird that you do those first. I think that's going to be possibly a mistake. But if I hurry up and do it while it's still wet, it won't be such a problem. So these buildings are awesome. Okay. I've got a foreground one that I'm sort of not looking forward to building because I hear how tough they are. But maybe I'll just do that live too, and we can see. But they're so much. They have so many great details on them that it's kind of tiny and fiddly. And that's going to go there, so that's going to go along the side like that. So anyway, I need to spray prime these to keep the bleeding of the MDF down when I paint white, or if you paint a light color. Now, the cool thing is, when painting like a lighter color, like I used that other building I built, it was kind of nice because it kind of gave it some texture a little bit. In fact, priming it might be a good idea if I want to do what I saw. So I found a great website, the Tactical Painter, maybe. All right, P-Box is back. He's trying it again. Let me add him to the stream. Paul, what's up? His camera is working. We have camera. He's coming from down under, ladies and gentlemen. All the way from down under. But for some reason, his mic is not working. Oh, you're on your phone. Yeah, the phones are a challenge. StreamYard is, I don't know why. We've been able to do a little bit, Rocky's War Room, but like that's how Hippie was doing it initially. I think that's how he was doing it, and it was really cutting out a lot. But you're able to do it a little bit. I'm surprised you can't, especially right now. It seemed like bandwidth would be down, and should be able to do it. This is really strange. It's going to go like that. But so everybody, you can see. Oh, he went off again. And that's so weird. Unless there's something I need to do, I don't think so. But man, sure, it's usually easier than this. But like I said, the phone is not the easiest thing. See how bright and sunny it was there? Dang. How long have we been going here? 28 minutes. Well, Paul, I'm about to get off here because someone needs to go to bed and get their sleepy time. But man, I appreciate you trying. We can always try it again. Do you always go on your phone? I was about to go on my phone. I thought, I'm going to try StreamYard, see if I can get somebody to jump on. But I wouldn't. The last few live streams I've done have been on my phone, but I really wanted to try to get someone to chat with me. And you tried. I appreciate it. And Devin would have come on, I'm sure, but he's busy playing a game of Civ. Yeah, I think I probably should have put these on first. That's okay. All right, so what needs to stick here? Okay, what's going on there? That needs to go there. Got all 4 walls up. It's cool. What was I going to talk about? Okay, Sarissa. Okay, so Tactical Painter. I need to definitely do a little report on him and put a link. He did some Sarissa buildings, same exact ones I did. One of them. Close to the same one. An amazing job this guy did. Amazing. So he primed them and then he textured them. And he added all these cool little details. So he made like, got some texture paint from like Lowe's or wherever. Dude, so good. That's what I'm like, what am I doing? I am just totally playing at this. Just kind of like my videos. I'm kind of just playing it up here. And debris on the side. I'm definitely going to copy some things he did. I'm going to pull that thing up and spend a little time. A little tender love and care. Hanger flying, what's up? Oh, hey, what's up, James? What am I using for lighting? Have to give permission for the web browser to use the mic. Never been able to get Streamer to work on the phone. Yeah, James has been a part of that trying to. I'll use the laptop for gaming. Everything else is iPad and iPhone. I'm with you, man. I love the iPad and iPhone. They've made so many things great, but there's just a few little things that don't. Airbrush for priming, my dude. Airbrush doesn't care about our Midwest winters. Yeah, I know, man. That's something I go back and forth on. Like, man, I should get an airbrush. It's not that big a deal. Blah blah blah. And I think, man, I just know how I am, James. Hanger. I know how I am, Hanger. Man, this building is great, and it goes together so well. So, like, for example, like so they've got these little nubs here. So I'll go and touch these up, but you know, on all these MDF buildings, you got these little nubs. Now you can't see because I'm blocking that. What am I using for lighting? It's pretty high class here. Hold on, everybody. And then that one. But that one goes on and off because it's motion. This one doesn't really work for for video because it's typically behind. It's like in front of the video. So it really needs to be behind it. This time it's working okay because it's kind of to the side. So I know, man. So anyway, that's what I'm using for lighting. I'm with you on the airbrush, man. Okay, so let me focus. Airbrush. I mean, focus. Tactical painter. So this one's going to work, I think. All right. They got these little nubs here. Oh man, I am all over the place. So they got these little nubs to kind of guide them in there, right? Well, it doesn't quite. I'm gonna have to sand them a little bit. But he got rid of the nubs because on the other one they went the other direction. I don't know if you've seen this, but I've now done. Okay. He like cut them off. But you can't cut these off because there would hold it on. No, these hold it on too. I know that probably sounds great on video. I should probably mute myself while I do that. What do we got going here? I'm with you for priming, but just cleaning it, taking care of it. I know. We don't want Paul crying because he loses his spring. I don't know, James. Let's just get a cheap one like Matt did. I've got I don't know if it's really considered an air compressor. So I've got an air compressor. It is an air compressor, but it's for, you know, like running nail guns and stuff. Just a Black & Decker or something. DeWalt. I figured I could use that. You also don't have to, and you need a ventilated room, which I don't really have. But the spray's not as bad. Just wear a little mask or something. I know it. Okay, that works. Why is that one not working? What's happening here? I think I see the culprit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that without breaking something. I'm doing this while the glue's wet. That's probably a good idea. One of those portable spray booths with the fan in the back that make then have the gas mask looking face mask when I spray. Yeah. Yeah. What do you spray through to keep it clean? And where do you spray that? So, hey, Hanger, James, maybe sometime you or I'm sure someone's done this, but I know you, so. A real short video about, and Paul probably knows this because he has one apparently. But it's like, hey, here's how it can be simple. Just show like live, like here's what it takes to do it. Here's how I do it. Here's where I spray it. It's like if I go to Matt's, he could probably show me. Oh, I can sign it because I got a little side thing. Dang, man. I love these buildings. I'm doing that because I just watched Arrested Development with my son. I knew you wanted to fall over there, son. Boy, good lighting is tough to come by. I just spray out and enjoy the fumes. Oh, we can't spray outside here, man. What's your humidity there? James and I have some serious humidity. All right, so let me go back to real quick that story I was telling you about tactical painting. Okay, it's time for me to go. So like these little, you can really see it on the roof here. These nubs here that come out on MDF buildings. On the walls, one, he covers his roof with tiles from someone he prints off. But like here, and I did do it on the other building, so I'll paint that. But he put like spackle over it. He just did a great job. I saved that site. Dang it. Dang it. It's so good. I don't know why I like it so much. Well, and he did his interiors and everything. He's just a old fart. A lot of troops up there. Should have opened one of the doors. Pew, pew, pew. Golly. I'm going to put it on the table there. I'll have to shoot a vid on that. Dang, man. I am so happy with these Sarissa buildings. It's not even freaking funny. I'm not even laughing. It's not so funny. Man. And I like the way this turned out because the MDF kind of comes through a little bit, so it gives it some texture. I could maybe get some black and maybe wash it a little bit. I could try that, but I don't think I'm not really too concerned about doing that. Just can't help it. This is great. I love it. Oh, hell, I'll take my pictures while I'm doing it. Everyone can watch me get ready for my postings. No, it's 15, man. Thank you. Dry and hot. It's 40.5 Celsius. And what's your humidity level? So we have humidity levels here about in St. Louis area about average about 60%. In the summertime, it's 70, 80 most of the time. It's not Florida humid because it's not quite as hot as Florida. There's definite difference when you go to Florida here. But it's also not Las Vegas dry where I was there and it was 2% humidity. I think that would dry out paint before it even hit the brush. Smile. Cha-chinga. Smile. Cha-chinga. I'm going to reveal any private stuff on there. Probably. 15 mil building there, James. It's for my command. It's for my Blitzkrieg commander. It's for my battle group. It's for my bolt action. It's for my whatever it is I'm playing tomorrow. Flames of War even maybe? Nah. Who knows? All right. Well, since I got you here, I might as well just prime these bad boys up. So I got a gun here. Curtis is working on the cruise. Got a car for one of the battle group scenarios. I assembled and washed these guys. Washed, that's a St. Louis thing. Primer, shake, 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 shake. How's the imaginations thing going there, James? I don't think I've seen a video lately. So I really should mount these on something. Can I find a popsicle stick quickly to mount them to paint them? I could put them on. Can I find my sticky and the thing? No, I'm not. I'm just going to do it. In the deal. So I'm going to use this brush for priming. I think the guy put a frame. I got to put some signs on the side of the window, the buildings. They do provide you files to do that. I need to buy some more primer. So I've just started learning about brush priming. It's not bad. Again, stuff to. I don't know. I guess I could. I need to buy bigger bottles of it. I guess it's got these tiny bottles in a set I bought, but I really don't mind brush priming. I'm using gray. This car will be black. So excited to have a car. I'm now starting to want to fill my war game table up with some extras. I'm not going to worry about too much, but you know, the detritus of life. Animals, pianos, chairs, like that blown out house. You have some chairs and walls. I need to save some of my bits and pieces to make these, like the tactical painter, he makes these cool like little MDF dioramas for the sides of buildings. They like wrap around the side of the building. So you can put them on any building. And then of course there's a whole thing of, do you base your buildings? I'm like, well, maybe. I'd like to be better on that because I am definitely missing areas. I'll do this again. Anywho, so the Tactical Painter, I think that's his name of his website, Blogspot or WordPress. It's a very good site. Lots of terrain. I think he might be a commission guy. Not sure. Todd, do you see the GW spray stick? It's a thing. 18%? Oh my gosh, man. That's great humidity. I mean, really, I think like 23 is good. 30. I mean, 40, I'm ecstatic about. If I get 40, I'm in love. All right, so what are you talking about? Wash. Oh, yeah, you get it, James. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man. It just adds to your table, you know? I'm not going to reach the level of some of those guys I see out there. Guys and gals, but, gosh, who is it? It might be that tactical guy. So look at somebody's stuff, and doggone it, his table looked like some, almost like a model built out. Like, you know, I'm not going to probably do the whole styrofoam under the mat thing. I think it's awesome. Probably not going to do that. But I just see some ways to do it. The thing I struggle with a little bit now are hedges and trees. So I'm kind of worried about getting the big stuff. Hedges and trees. I got some roads. I just recently invested in some roads, both Fat Franks, which are incredible, and Cobblestone Battlefront, because I was able to get them at Miniature Market. But funny thing is, I could probably use a little bit more cobblestone roads. Maybe just need to get some extensions and some blown out roads to make up for it. So if I primed in black, I could skip a step maybe. I don't like the fact that I'm touching the barrel. I really need to mount my stuff I'm painting so that I do not have to touch it and I can move around and also get less paint on my fingers. This brush is ragged. Paul, I said I was going to get off here, but you know, once you get started, it's hard to get off. So what else? So yeah, I want to get the trees, hedges. I want to get the big stuff done. So I'm just like, I've also got, so I included that budget I told you I set for myself. I was kind of a goal, just like get a building a month or something. Either one I assemble or a finished one from, I'm kind of getting a mix of the finished ones from Battlefront and ones I have to do a little bit of work on. I just discovered, what's the name of it? Oh man, I saved it on I saved a bookmark, but some incredible resin models. But you know, partially what makes them incredible when I look at someone's website is their freaking paint job. So can't necessarily replicate that. But having a good model helps. James, here's a question that Paul asked on a different channel tonight. When did you realize, or when did... Yes, Fat Franks. I want to get some of his rivers. I don't have rivers for this for 15 mil. I just use my stream. Well, they're streams for 15 mil. They're rivers for 6 mil. So I need to get some streams too. Just need to save up some money. The question that Paul asked earlier on a different channel, Fritz's channel. When did you realize Wargaming was, or when did Wargaming become to capture you, capture your attention, became your obsession, or whatever it is? Whatever it became, when did that happen? Mine was like 10 years ago when I played Combat Commander, a board game, very well designed. I realized I could play them. And then miniatures when I played, I saw my friend painting, and I'm like, wait, I know him, and he can paint, and that's what you can do. It's amazing. He had painted before, but I could just see him doing it, and I saw the steps. It was a little less daunting. And then also playing at a guy's house who's been playing Jerry for years and years and has this amazing collection, and he built it up just over years. He didn't build it all in one go.
He's got these friends who played with him for years, and he's got this game he focused on. Now, that part I have not imitated, so I'm trying, finding a game. And I think a lot of people are looking for that. But I just playing with those group of guys and these amazing tables and hospitality and friendship and all that. It's like, oh, this is a cool hobby. That's when I got hooked. How about you, James? When did you get hooked? Yeah, it is a good question. It's like one of the best questions I've heard. Once I ask it like 3 or 4 times, I'm going to just claim it as my own, but I can't yet since, well, 1, because Paul's on here and that'd be embarrassing. And 2, you have to, I think the standard etiquette is once you say something 3 times, it's yours. I'm just kidding, Paul. I'll give you credit as long as I can remember to give you credit. Which there would never be ill intent. It would just be my forgetting. I don't remember who said it, but someone said. So these are cool. These are the car, the gun, and these pack canisters from airborne canisters are from Peter Pig, and it's what Curtis is painting up for me. British Legion painted up some Forge in Battle, which also seemed really good. Peter Pig seemed really good. I never want to. I don't like negative reviews because I'm like, we have enough of that. Unless something's really bad and you need to avoid it. But like this, so now that I've painted other models and I've seen other models, yeah, Plastic Soldier Company 15s are not tremendous. Only in that they're too skinny for me and a little too tight. All their figures don't have enough relief in there. And their figures seem like they're kind of flat. And I get kind of understand a little bit why. Molds and all that business, but and it's fine. And I'll tell you what, you can get a lot of figures for inexpensive, and that's awesome. And I started out with them, and for that I'm thankful. But I've seen what other people can do. I don't remember the point of me bringing that up. Except for that, Peter Pig's really good. Seems really good. Curtis seems to like him. I can see rifles on packs. I have no idea what the color of these canisters are. I'm hoping there's a color photo somewhere. And this definitely has to be it. Man, this brush is destroyed. Morning is going to come fast. And I'm using the primer up. So like these canisters, I really should take the time and mount them on a little MDF base, which I asked for some for Christmas. Make a little diorama instead of just plopping it on the table. That way, you get a little bit more terrain on the table. You don't lose them. And you can do something interesting with them. That's permanent, that stays, you know. Could be, but in this case, these could be objectives since they kind of were in the big battle. The canisters are something to envy and to get. Can't really see them. How much time can I spend on this? I didn't get into the, let's read what Hanger's saying here. I didn't get into the hobby directly until high school, and I started doing CW reenacting. A few of the guys also did wargaming, but wargaming took over
as my primary hobby, probably about 10 years ago, after the kids were born and I didn't have as much time to do reenacting anymore. I would do it. Do I have anything else to primer? Because I got some paint, some primer there. Seriously, do I have some like a primer? Because I got... Seriously, I got some kind of everything I can primer. This water's like nasty. I gotta get some new water. Huh. Like, I'm looking for something to prime here. I don't think I'm ever going to paint these Italian gunners. Seriously. Seriously. Come on now. Let's get serious here. I got another gun here. Put it together though. I can put it together fast enough to prime it. Those aren't need to be primed. Those are primed. Seriously, this is how I am. I am frugal man. I want to prime something because I got some paint. I'm looking around, man. Who do I have? The main tank I've got. Waste not, want not. You know what I'm saying? So I built these ages. I bought these at my mom's one time I was visiting her, and there's a game store in Wichita that is decent. Interesting stocking strategies. But it's a game store and it's there. I don't know how much longer they'll be there, but again, someone give this boy something to put these models on. It's ridiculous. But of course, what do you do? It's like gravy. Oh, thanks. Yeah, those are Peter Pig. It's a car, not a Citroen, but just a car, civilian car, airborne gun, anti-tank gun. And then, of course, the canisters. So I got to find out the colors of those canisters. I guess I could watch Bridge Too Far, because, you know, that's super known for its accuracy. I do like that movie a lot, but as I got older, I'm like, wait a minute. So painting this primer on this plastic right now, I'm like, yeah, that's why I like spray priming on something like this. These Battlefront minis from their Elamine set. I just bought them. I wanted to get them at my mom's and build them there and play a little quick game of with the rules in there, because it included these and a couple of German tanks. But man, it took me a long time to build these. It took me way longer than I thought. In fact, I didn't even finish them before I had to come home. It's like, well, wait a minute. I mean, I'm not a desert warfare guy. I don't know if I'll ever get to the desert. I thought, well, maybe I can use these out in Russia, Mother Russia, because I definitely will do that before I do desert. I just love the idea of sets and kits. That's why I'm like, why don't I play these games like Bolt Action or, you know, Flames of War, and then I could buy these starter sets and just kind of play them. And I already have like 1 million Americans. I don't need any more Americans. Well, no, actually, I can use more Americans. I already have a lot of Germans. I don't need as many more average Germans. But I am still tempted to buy that Hit the Beach, which isn't hitting the beach set, and just buying it and assembling it like Gun Barrel's doing. But assemble it as it's to be, you know. I think one of the problems I have with it is it comes with so many freaking tanks. One thing, I just read some quote. I'm just trying to find some quotes for this new job I have. But and I can't remember what I was going to say. Something about trying something new. Oh, enjoying the journey. It might have been about painting minis, actually. Reading about Pablo Picasso, and I've talked to Hippie about talent and innate talent or whatever. He's not a real big fan of it, the concept of it, which I can get and on board with. But story of Pablo Picasso kind of talks, you know, justifies what he's talking about, and then you know, the guy's painted, I think, 300 paintings a year. And someone quoted and said, yeah, well, you know, you could also be somewhat of a natural painter if you did that, especially if you start at like 14 or so. Start that pace, say 17. You're going to get pretty good. Maybe people don't like the aesthetics of what you're painting, but you'll hone your craft for sure. Yeah, I'd rather spray this. This is insane. Especially these treads. But anyway, I don't know what I read. I don't know if it could have been something like that, or I got to enjoy the journey here, man. Like, I want to paint fast, but I need to enjoy the fast painting. I just enjoy the coverage of it, finishing a model, that kind of thing, you know. Like when I look what those guys do at those houses and just the details on the tanks even. Like, I'm not having to paint that many tanks. I'm not going huge scenarios at 6 mil right now. It's smaller numbers on. I'll spend some time on them. Try to get that color that I see on people's pics. I'm like, oh, I love that color. It's a kind of it's very, I guess it's matte. It's hard to tell with photos because, you know, photos. So I see the ones that, anyway, I see the ones people do, and not just for the photos, they're really good. Like Dave Harrison, one of the best 6 mil painters I know in person. Airbrushes, it's incredible. His buildings are incredible. 6 mil. Well, I really could use a spray on that deal. Those friggin' tracks. But, you know, you just got to enjoy this. No one's making me do it. It looks really cool when you're done. And you get done by doing exactly what I'm doing. 30 minutes a day. Well, an hour. Or an hour a day. What time is it? Crap, 12:30. I got to get up in 5 hours. Seriously, I've been doing better at that. I used to do this all the time. I got a new job, man. I gotta be fresh. Fresh McGee. I'm not gonna paint the bottom in memory of hippie. Memory. That sounds more final than it is. And I'm gonna need more primer. The brush is gonna need some clean water and that soap. That's gonna need. Let's see if it does anything to that brush though. The model's yellow, I guess, so it can be kind of in the dust. I don't know. The talking has gotten less too. I'm getting tired. Yeah, I need to go to bed. And everyone remind me next time to spray paint tanks. Spray prime tanks. I don't like this at all. Because I can't get all the cracks. I'm just not going to be able to get them. Not in this brush. Not tired like this for sure. I have no desire to get it. I'm like, whatever. Okay, good. Okay, time to do a picture. Should have been. Call it good. Everybody, thanks for coming on. Paul, James, OG for a second. Whoever else, thanks for everybody. It's been tremendous. Went a little longer than 30 minutes in 2 sessions. But I got the house built, finished. Got the cars primed, the tank primed. So it's cool. It's progress, right? I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. A little progress. That's what you make every day. I got to get better at just doing 30 minutes. So, you know what I mean? Especially here in December, it'll be crazy with all the stuff going on. I did get my Christmas list sent out, though. So that's cool, too. Thanks, all. Have a great day. Keep painting. Keep rolling dice. Love you guys. And I did mean what I meant what I said. We'll see you. Yes, I want you in the broadcast. End it.